Okay, I seem to be having some sort of trouble with the light scattering where it goes through things. This is some real-time CSG geometry, but I think it just happens on the terrain as well, where it's like this, and if I go to volume lighting and turn it off, it stops that from happening. If I go to the anisotropy, it gets worse as it exists as I go up to 1, and if I pull it right back to a sort of a bloomy sun, then you can't see it, but it is actually still happening. It's just very diffused. And if I turn it back up so it's obvious, it seems to be maybe to do with it's just some inaccuracy of the culling of the camera, whether it can, thinking whether it can see it or not. Maybe it's like detecting that if I can see the edge of the sun, then I can see the center of the sun. So it keeps drawing that middle bit. I guess the anisotropy is sort of to do with that shininess of the, see, if I thinks I can't see it at all, maybe like this, sort of culls it off. But it shows it, if I can see the edges of the sun. I guess it's so that, like, as it goes over the horizon, it keeps drawing the shafts until the sun sort of really has disappeared. But the way I've got it set up, I'm going for a sort of an extreme fantasy, foggy sort of, sort of an extreme setting. So I guess I've just found some values that it doesn't like. So as it goes down below the terrain here, so this all looks good, and if I tweak the anisotropy, you get a super bloomy thing, and that looks cool. But if you put it back up towards the extreme settings, say 0.984, then this all looks pretty cool. But if I go behind the mountain, that's actually working okay there. But net, there we go. See, that's bad. It depends a bit on the angle I'm looking at it. But it's shining straight through the land, the terrain. And the moon is up there. And that actually does it too. So let's see it go down. There we go. So any idea how I can fix that? It's just shining through everything, and I'm not sure why, how to set it up to not do that. I think that previously I haven't really noticed this problem because I used to just always have a setting more like this. So I think it was actually happening, but it's just very diffuse, so I wouldn't really notice it. But I want to go with a look that's more based around a much tighter sort of a look, something like this or whatever, and that's causing me problems with it just drawing through things.